Gregory Peck. And for many years, I've been in love with this particular lady. When I was young, I studied with Martha Graham, not to learn to dance, but to learn to move on the stage. If Martha Graham could have had her way, she would have taught us all how to move through life. That has been and will be her goal, proper movement through life. The relationship of the body to the mind and the body to the spirit. Martha Graham is a compulsive student of the human heart. I filmed that introduction for Martha almost 20 years ago. If you'd asked me then if I envisioned a time without her, I would have said not likely. She was too powerful, too much a force of nature to leave us. Some artists are once in a lifetime. Now she's gone, but the spirit of her work and its passion continues. Martha, when asked how she wished to be remembered, answered, as a dancer. People have asked me why I chose to be a dancer. I did not choose. I was chosen to be a dancer. And with that, you live all your life. I've always loved an audience from the time I was born. My mother and my father were my first audience in a way. I behaved as I wanted them to think I behaved, but I didn't really behave that way at all. I had my own will and my own ideas. To many people, I was a heretic. I was outside the realm of women. I did not dance the way that people danced. I had what I called a contraction and release. I used the floor. I used the flexed foot. I showed effort. My foot was bare. In many ways, I showed on stage what most people came to the theater to avoid.
I've known about sacrifice so long that every moment of our lives is a sacrifice of a kind. Any moment of choice is a sacrifice.
I'm absorbed in the magic of movement and light. Movement never lies. It is the magic of what I call the outer space of the imagination. And then there is inspiration. Where does it come from? Mostly from the excitement of living. I get it from the diversity of a tree, or the ripple of the sea, a bit of poetry, the sighting of a dolphin breaking the still water and moving toward me, anything that quickens you to the instant. Art is eternal, for it reveals the inner landscape, which is the soul of man.
I only wanted to dance, and I made up the dances to dance. And then bit by bit, I had to teach for money reasons, and I gradually assembled around me people that became a kind of first company. They were all women, young women who worked during the day, and we would work at night. But I had no aspirations. I still don't have as a choreographer. I do think the human body is very, very beautiful and very eloquent, and it's to be treasured and honored and disciplined.
Is it sharp enough?
Well, it will be after you finish with it.
Okay.
My technique is based on breathing. Every time you breathe life in or expel it, it's a release or a contraction. It's basic to the body. You're born with these two movements, and you keep both until you die. Dancing appears to be glamorous, easy, delightful. There is a fatigue so great that the body cries even in its sleep.
How many drops of blood have gone into the making of you? How much memory is in that drop of blood?
There are always ancestral footsteps behind me, pushing me when I'm creating a new dance and gestures are flowing through me. You get to the point where your body is something else, and it takes on a world of cultures from the past. An idea that's very hard to express in words. I do believe in the sanctity of life, the continuity of life, and of energy. How does it all begin? I suppose it never begins. It just continues. Life isn't giving up. It's moving on.
All right. Shall we go on?
I first met Martha at my audition for acceptance to the neighborhood playhouse. When Martha was giving you the once-over, you were getting the once-over. She was 44, in her absolute prime. She was world famous. She was extremely beautiful. She gave off a very strong, womanly aura. Her gaze was direct, very direct, penetrating, but very warm. I felt she wanted me to make it. I did, and spent 3 hours a week with her in her class for 2 years. I fell in love with her. I wasn't the only one.